There's a corridor beneath the Palace Museum in Beijing, cold, silent, sealed to the public. No windows, no light. Just walls of stone that remember too much. Inside that corridor rests a body 2,000 years old, wrapped in silk and lacquer and mystery. Her name was Lady Di, but the researchers call her something else. They call her Xin Zhui, the woman who would not die. The autopsy team noted the impossible. Organs preserved, joints flexible, stomach still holding the last fruit she ate a melon in summer over 2 millennia ago. Her tomb was unearthed in 1971 by accident. Construction workers digging a shelter during the Cultural Revolution struck a stone unlike the surrounding soil. He reviewed the preservation materials, analyzed the burial liquid, recalculated the pressure seals. Literally, everything pointed to a miracle of chemistry, of isolation, of pre-modern genius. And yet, nothing explained the blood. Not in ritual, not in madness, but in instinct. Because deep inside, he felt watched. For exactly 3 seconds, it recorded a 0.3 degrees Celsius increase in heat. And then dropped. Just a glitch, they said. A young forensic pathologist with a mind sharp as obsidian and a heart burdened by questions. He watched the blood drip from the mummy's heart and felt something ancient stir in his chest. He withdrew a second sample of her blood quietly, without permission, and brought it to the pathology lab. Who was she really? A noblewoman, yes, but how could any burial preserve not just form, but function? The burial fluid so carefully made showed compounds unknown in modern records, and the layers of silk bore symbols not recorded in Han Dynasty archives. Symbols that pulsed under UV light like veins of thought. What he saw under the microscope made his hands tremble. Intact red cells, no signs of mummification, no damage to nuclei. It was as if the blood had been drawn yesterday. Longing, hunger. Beneath it, a black coffin. Within the coffin, layers of silk, charcoal, and a strange, clear fluid. And in that fluid her skin unwrinkled, veins intact, eyelashes still curled. But it was what they found next that changed everything. Her heart, still soft, still red. And when pierced by a scalpel, it wept blood. It is said one doctor fainted. Another refused to ever speak of it again. How could this be? Some called it science, others heresy. But one man, Dr. Liang Kong, wasn't content with either. He asked for the official reports, a woman in red, a scent of decay sweet as rot. He told no one. But each morning, he would wake with his own pulse slower, as if something in him were retreating. Blood decays, it clots, it rots. But Lady Di's heart pulsed when touched with heat. Not metaphorically. Dr. Liang began visiting her at night, alone, sitting beside the climate-controlled chamber like a son beside a sick mother. He spoke to her. He began to dream. The dreams were of silk corridors winding beneath earth, lined with voices. One night, the machine monitoring Lady Di's temperature flickered. But that same night, a security guard collapsed outside her chamber, bleeding from the nose, eyes wide open, whispering in Old Chinese, "She is still dreaming." Dr. Liang could no longer pretend this was just a cadaver, so he broke protocol. He began asking deeper questions. That night, he returned once more to her side. But this time, she was waiting. Her head turned just slightly, just enough. Her mouth did not move, but he heard her voice inside his mind. Not as words, but as emotion, and something deeper still, a bargain. What had kept her alive was not embalming, it was a pact. And now, after 2,000 years, she was ready to awaken.